under the laws of Uganda, has to assent to any bill which has been passed by Parliament. And it only becomes law or operational when he has assented to it. This time round, the President did not assent to the bill, appropriation bill, and required Parliament to look at it again and ensure that some of the money which had been allocated to other things from where it was is scrutinized again and returned. And that process is going to take place next week. First of all, on who has the final say, it's not about the final say. This budget, I want us to understand that Uganda, and you as media, you need to teach first yourself and everybody. We follow a presidential system. The president is the fountain of honor. And the president is the substantive minister of finance, planning and economic development. My old man, Honorable Kasaija Matia, plays a delegated function. Now the president and the cabinet, they sit and they approve a budget, and they give it to Honorable Matia to take it to Parliament, present it for appropriation. It is Parliament with the ultimate power to appropriate. Appropriation is very well defined in the laws of Uganda. It is there. You read the Public Finance Management Act together with the Constitution of Uganda. The Constitution does not define. In the Act, they define very well what is appropriation. They also define budgeting. So when this budget is sent, Parliament uses its powers to scrutinize the budget fully. If they find anything which is not appropriately catered for in the budget, or they find that perhaps the budget is being addressed to areas which they feel are not adequate in addressing people's needs, Parliament has all the right and powers to return the budget to the minister with recommendations that your budget should cater for this and this and this. Actually, this we disagree with it. They may even say this one we should remove it and allocate this money elsewhere. They can even make proposals. And therefore, Parliament has a very fundamental role to play in the budgeting process. But what the President cited and what the Attorney General and even the court, the Supreme Court, one time decided on, was the practice of moving the money from one item to another and approve the budget without the concurrence of the executive, which is the owner of the budget. And the concurrence is, they are not asking for rubber stamping, that Parliament should rubber stamp. No. It's about concurrence. And I think that's the debate which they will have next week and ensure that this budget is aligned. I think that's what His Excellency the President was saying in his communication. So now, your concern was, no, this was Rachel. I want to connect it with Rachel, because Rachel now came in from Bukede and said, now this appropriation bill which has been returned, won't it affect government operations since the year has to start next week? No, everything is catered for in the law. the Constitution of Uganda and the Public Finance Management Act. They provide a clear solution in the event that the Appropriation Act does not come into force. There is a provision on how the President of Uganda can now approve just a third of the money, about for 4 months, and start the programs of government so that they don't get paralyzed as they sort out the budget. So everything is catered for and there is no need for worry. On the supplementaries, yes, supplementaries, you are saying hopefully, since we have a big budget of 72, the big good budget of 72 trillion, we shall not have supplementary. I want again us to understand two things. Supplementaries are not the problem, but how do we do them becomes the problem. Supplementaries are catered for in the law. They anticipated that they could be an item which you can't foresee because we are human beings. As we are budgeting in May, you might not anticipate for something. For example, as you are saying they will not be supplementary, what if a road falls in, like a Karuma fell in, and that money it requires to fix that road is not there in the budget? The contingency you have cannot meet the cost. You need a supplementary.